welcome to Ozarks Live. Thank you for joining us. Look who's here.
I'm Tom Turton.
Who?
Oh, wait, that's you. Sorry. Let's try again.
How are you doing? You
Good.
all had a busy afternoon, evening, nighttime.
It's been a busy 4 days. We have done severe weather coverage for the past 4 out of 5 days, and we're going to do some more again today.
And a lot of it is wall to wall. When you see things happening, you don't just go, yeah, there's a tornado, we'll see in a half hour. You guys are on it.
Yeah, we're on as long as we need to be. We were on yesterday sporadically for some tornado warnings. One that came out was 22 miles of a path length.
22 miles? That's unusual. They generally are there for a while and then they lift, or they may hop. But this was on the ground for 22 miles?
22 miles.
That's a lot of tornado.
That is a long path length.
Well, we kept, we were following you because we were sitting in here, of course. We weren't on yesterday because of all the severe weather. I mean, I remember what that's like, all hands on deck. It's just not easy, and it does exhaust you. Are you feeling okay?
I've been drinking a lot of coffee, lots of caffeine. We are, it's part of our job. You rest up and you grab your coffee and you keep going next day.
Now, we just talked about something a couple of days ago. You can get the same effect by just looking at coffee and thinking of it.
Really?
It's true.
See, that's what I need.
It'll help wake you up.
I need to do that.
Yeah.
I've been drinking so much.
Well, yeah, you can get burned out on coffee very quickly. I know I did from college.
I try to keep different flavors in it to try and, keep it fresh, but sometimes you just need the regular.
Are you aware of anything that people need to know about coming at us tonight?
Yeah, we are in a moderate risk. Storm Prediction Center put some of the Ozarks in a moderate risk, which is 4 out of 5 on the intensity scale. So a few tornadoes are possible, large hail up to tennis ball size, gusty winds up to 70 miles per hour. And of course, flash flooding is going to be a huge concern. We've already seen 6+ inches of rain in some of the area that's going to get hit again today. So flash flooding is probably the biggest concern for me.
You want to say this, or should I?
Go ahead, you say.
When there's a tornado warning, don't go out and look for the tornado.
Yeah,
please
stay inside, please.
Please don't. I've seen some video where people are they're watching it come down the street.
Yeah, just hanging out, and it's like, no, go inside.
You have a general motion. You'll say, okay, the storm is moving on a northeasterly direction. That doesn't mean that tornado can't make a slight right turn all of a sudden. So seriously, if they're talking about a tornado warning, flash flood warning, things like that, don't go out and look at it. If it's in your area, take cover. There'll be better ways to see it.
And then, of course, when everything's done, you still want to stay put because you want to make sure the emergency crews can help clean up the trees or the power lines that are down, or if there's flash flooding, get to people that may not be able to get out of the area that's flash flooded, if there's flooding in their house. So just make sure you stay put over the next couple of days. Stay weather aware. Download the Color 10 weather app to stay up to date on everything tonight.
That's it. Just keep aware of what's going on.
Absolutely.
All right, we have a great show for you today. We're chatting with a few rappellers from Over the Edge.
And Chris the Critic is giving away 2 tickets to the Alamo Draft House.
But before we get to all that, here's what's on the radar. Okay, this is really cool. A kidney scheduled for a transplant was delivered by a drone for the first time ever to the University of Maryland Medical Center.
Science is cool.
It is. The drone was custom built to monitor the organ in the air while sending updates to the personnel handling the transplant.
Wow.
Yeah. The hospital said the kidney went to a 44-year-old woman who had spent 8 years on dialysis. Oof. The drone had been tested by delivering items such as saline, blood tubes, and a healthy but non-viable kidney. Doctors believe the use of drones to make organ deliveries could make them much more widely available by widening the donor organ pool and access to transplants. And as we all know, if you don't, you should know, donor organs remain woefully short compared to those in need of transplant.
That'll definitely help people too, because you can, like you said, you can expand it area-wide, and then you can fly the organ up. That's really
you're
cool.
not dealing with traffic now. It can get to you as the crow flies kind of thing.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
okay, I've got one.
Right.
Do you like honey? Do you like lots of honey?
It depends.
What do you put it on usually? Like a sandwich? I've seen people do
maybe
that.
some toast, that sort of thing, yeah.
How about if you could punch a hole in your bedroom wall to get some honey. It's
Not
very
so
easy,
sure about
very simple. Well, that's kind of what happened to a couple in Granada, Spain. They kept noticing a strange buzzing noise in their house. After it became so bad, they couldn't even sleep at night, so they sprang into action. Beekeeper Sergio, how do you say that again, Tom? Guerrero was called in and found something that shocked even the experienced bee wrangler. A hive home to around 80,000 bees behind the bedroom wall. Ew. It was so big that Sergio figured it must have been there for about a couple of years. He also said the noise wouldn't be constant, but would have fluctuated depending on what the bees were doing that day. So he said the hive had grown so big because of the large number of flowers in the area, as well as the higher temperatures in recent years. So it looks as though, despite the reports of problems with the bee populations in Spain, they seem to be buzzing quite well.
Yeah, no.
I don't think I like honey as much as the other average person, but I don't think I'd want a hive in my bedroom wall.
If my house was buzzing, I don't think I'd wait that long to call somebody, or else a friend. Come here. What do you think of this?
Put
and they
your
would
ear
say,
against it.
"You're crazy. You need to call someone." But yeah, especially if it's buzzing loudly enough to bother you,
right?
Not something where you go, "I wonder where that is."
I wonder what that.
You know, sounds like your house is going to take off. Okay, here's one.
Okay.
It's been going strong for 125 years, but the Hershey bar is going through a facelift, at least for a little while.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hershey is adding emojis.
Really?
Yeah, no kidding.
Look how cute these are.
The new bars will be available for a limited time beginning this summer and will feature 25 of the most popular emojis engraved in the bar's squares. You know, like where it says Hershey's now. Now you're going to have emojis.
So
Since
cute.
so many conversations these days start or end with an emoji, the big kahunas at Hershey feel by adding an emoji design, to each pip of chocolate, they hope parents and kids will be inspired to share a chocolate emoji and make a connection with someone new, huh?
Those are so cute.
Yeah, not too sure about the poop emoji though.
No. Did you know that was actually chocolate ice cream? That's what it was intended for.
Yes, so you say.
And so it's true. If you put the cone underneath that emoji, it fits perfectly. And it was supposed to be intended for chocolate ice cream. But
it's been hijacked since then. So
it took on a whole mind of its own. Even Siri reads it like that.
Then they should have put the cone there to begin with.
Right. I don't understand why it wasn't like one. Because they have the vanilla one, I think, is one emoji.
Well, anyway.
I don't even like Hershey bars, but I would go buy those and check them out. Those are cool. I like those a lot.
All right. Still to come, the box office buzz, like all those bees, with Chris the Critic.
Don't go anywhere. Ozarks Live is just getting started.